No, that's doing too much. Because I wasn't about to spend OD money. Let me not lie. Hold on. Take everything with a grain of salt. License. Yay. Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I am coming here today on this lovely Sunday to tell you about everything that went on and transpired through my journey of becoming a licensed esthetician. So this video is going to be about me taking the theory exam and the practical exam. I'll start by listing down different items that I needed for the exam, especially for the practical, because the practical is they're watching you the entire time, hands-on, making notes throughout the entire process. So, but I will do a disclaimer. This is only for North Carolina. I don't know about any other state and their rules and regulations. All I know is about North Carolina and what they told us that we needed to do throughout the exam. So I have the exam for North Carolina and what they wanted and different things like that, and the pricing and everything for that. And then I also have like a packing list for what I needed for the practical exam and the list is only for the practical. But I will be looking at my notes because I did write notes about everything. So with the practical exam, I will be putting in videos of, because I was going to show you, like do a whole like presentation of it all, but I threw a lot of that stuff away after the practical. Once I got the results that I passed, I was like, yeah, it got to go. So my apologies for that, but I did take videos and I do have pictures of everything. So I'll insert it throughout this video so you can see what I'm talking about. But some of the listing for, again, North Carolina State Board for the esthetician or cosmetology, for what I needed to have for the state board exam. I have a list. It was like, you need to have a duffel bag or a suitcase. And this is all for the practical. So right now I'm just talking about the practical. So I needed to have a duffel bag or a small suitcase, something small, something compact. I needed to have bag, like gallon size Ziploc bags. And then I need to have small sandwich Ziploc bags. And then I need to have three brown bags. Now, I'll tell you what these brown bags for once I finish listing. And then I need to have hand sanitizer, a first aid kit, a bowl, EPA registered disinfectant, like barbicide wipes. You can get it from like Amazon. I needed to have paper towels. I use the Kleenex ones, like the one that's in like the little tissue box. You'll see it in the videos when I post them. And then I needed to have gloves, towels, and a mannequin head. They board and everything. So you needed your mannequin head and like regular towels. You're gonna need like a good amount of towels because during the state board, they wanted you to have a certain amount of towels for each client. So the mannequin head will be replacing like your client. That will be your client. So you'll have client 1 and client 2. So that's what they wanted us to have. Now I'm going to tell you about client, Now I'm going to tell you about like client 1. Client 1 was mostly for facials. They wanted to see your step-by-step with the facials. So you needed your head covering, your 2 towels for draping, your cleanser, your toner, your exfoliant, your facial brush, your small containers for like moisturizer, massage cream, your mask, and it has to have a color because they wanted to see it. Like the mask that I used was like, I want to say like a teal color because they want to see you apply it. So it doesn't need to be like a clear one. It needed to be something that they can visibly see you applying. And then a mask brush, moisturizer, a wooden applicator, wet aesthetic wipes, dry aesthetic wipes, tongues. I got these from, what was it, Family Dollar, like $2 or so. And then 3 wet towels for steaming. So in your bags, like hopefully I have a video that shows it all, but if not, I'll just describe it. With the first client, there's gonna be like 3 to 4 bags, big Ziploc bags. So in the first Ziploc bag, you needed 3 towels, 3 wet towels for your steaming after you done finished putting the mask on the client and after you finish removing the exfoliant. So they needed 3 wet towels in a Ziploc bag. Next, you was going to need your bag for your client's draping. So you have to have like the bottom drape and head wrap, and then your wrap that goes around the client's head to keep their hair and everything together and away from like the product. Excuse me for how I sound. I just got my wisdom teeth removed, but I wanted to clarify about the amount of bags you'll need for client 1. Client 1, you'll need about 6 bags, 3 big bags and 3 small bags. 1 bag will contain majority of your products that you'll need. So in the big bag, the first bag, you'll need your tongues and your facial product. Your facial products are your makeup remover, cleanser, toner, exfoliant, massage cream, mask, and moisturizer. And the first small bag will be your wooden applicators and your 3 plastic cups. In your second small bag, it will be wet aesthetic wipes. In your third small bag, it will be dry aesthetic wipes. You'll also have your facial brush for the exfoliant and your fan brush for the mask. That completes your big bag, your first big bag. Your second and third big bag are pretty simple. In your second big bag, you'll have 3 wet towels that you'll use for steaming, like removing products or steaming after exfoliant, stuff like that. Your third big bag will have the client's drapes in it. So you'll have your towels, 2 towels, and your head covering. That completes your client 1 packaging, other than the bowls and everything else that you'll need. And then they wanted you to line up everything in order of how you're going to apply everything when it comes to your cleanser, your toners, your moisturizer, all of it. They wanted everything in order. And I'll insert a clip in a video so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll also slow it down so you can see what I mean. And that's pretty much what it is when it came to the first client. They wanted to make sure everything was neat and nice and that you did everything in steps. So they won't tell you what to do during the exam. They're just going to watch you do it. So during whatever courses you have in school, so depending on the school you went to, depending on any type of franchise that you go to, in order to learn, they will give you steps of how to do it during the practical, how they want you to do it. So how I was taught was based off the school that I went to. So they wanted to see everything from top to bottom. So they'll tell you, okay, you may start your exams. They'll tell you to set up everything before the exams. I can probably read to you some of the steps. That's what I'll do. I'll probably do like a voiceover maybe. No, that's doing too much. But I will probably insert some clips of what they asked. And you'll probably see some of my handwriting on it. I'm gonna try to remove it, but they'll ask you they'll tell you certain steps. They'll tell you have 10 minutes to do this to set up for your client, or you have 10 minutes to prep your station with your supplies and everything. Then you have another 5 minutes to set up for your client. So that means you would set up your client with the draping and everything, and you'll prepare your client. And then they'll tell you, you have such and such time to do this task whether it be the facial, the waxing, or the makeup. So I will insert some of this in this video so you'll see what I'm talking about when it comes to the preparations throughout the exam. And then they also have preparations for when it comes to client preparations for basic facials. I had like 25 minutes to do all of that. And the work area preparations for a new client. So you have a few minutes to set up and clean your area for the next client. So that's client 2. Client 2 is going to be using the same mannequin after the first client. So client 1 is the same mannequin. Second client is this mannequin. It's the same mannequin. And so what you'll do is you'll prep the station again after they tell you to clean up and do all of that stuff, and you'll put everything in your labeled bags. So each bag will have a label on it. Like what my class in my school taught me was to get a big label, put what it needs to be on there. So you have 3 bags. Each bag will have a different title. So one bag will be for linen. So like all of these towels that you use for like steaming or removing product, you will put it in the linen bag so you know what that's for. And then any product that you use for like any of like the spoolies or anything that you use will be trash. You'll have a bag labeled trash. And any items such as like your use this to like apply your makeup and stuff like that. So, and then once everything is situated, they'll tell you to clean up your area, and you'll put this into the to be sterilized, disinfected, to be disinfected. I'll get it correct one of these days. On client 2, you'll be doing 2 different things. You'll do the waxing and then you'll do the makeup. So you'll do the waxing first. They'll come to you, but depending on how many people are in your testing facility, mine's I want to say had maybe 8 or 9 people in there. And so they came to us step by step. Like one person will go first, and the next person, they'll go to that table, they'll go to the next person's table, they'll go to the next person's table, such and such. And they'll watch you do the waxing step. And that's like waxing the eyebrow and then plucking the eyebrow. And then they want you to also, after the waxing situation is done, this waxing step is done, then you'll go to the makeup section. So the makeup section is when you'll prep your new client and then you'll start doing the makeup. They want you to do it in order. They want you to do it in order. They're watching. I'm talking about they're clocking. And that when I was looking around throughout it, I wasn't looking like a lot, but when I did look around, I was like, see them noting down different things and taking points or adding points to however it goes. And so they wanted you to have your foundation. So I went to Family Dollar to get everything that I needed for the makeup part because I wasn't about to spend OD money on stuff that's going to be used for this mannequin. I wasn't about to do it. So they wanted you to have, so you do your foundation, you do your powder, you do your blush, 2 different eyeshadow colors. So I want to say pink and blue. They need to see it. They want to see that you're applying product. Now, take everything I say with a grain of salt because depending on what institution you go to, they may tell you different on how they want you to execute or do the exam. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is just what I went through and what I was taught. And then after the eyeliner, they want you to do, or after the eyeshadow, they want you to do the eyeliner, and then they want you to do the sharpening of the pencil, and then they want you to do the mascara, the lip liner, and some gloss. Or not gloss, but lip color, like maybe like a stain or something like that. Not too crazy, but they want to see it. They need to see that you're actually applying something to this mannequin head. So I went to Family Dollar and I just found stuff that was cheap and a foundation that matched. And then after that, it's a lot when it came to the state board exam because prior to me taking the state board exam, during my class sessions, they prepped me for everything. I took the state board exam after graduating from the program. So they prepped you everything. I had my bags ready. I had everything ready. And I went and scheduled the appointment for the exam, went and took the exam, and I passed, thankfully. But everything was based off of what the proctors said. You had to go on their cues, not before, not after. You have to go on their cues. So when they tell you to get ready, get prepared, get this, that, and the third, you do it. And they're watching you. They're clocking everything. So you're going to need to make sure that on your desk, you have your first aid kit and some extra pair of gloves because they will be testing you for first aid. So like if you cut yourself, and then they'll repeat instructions. They will repeat instructions at least twice. Like when I was in there, they repeated it twice for each section, so you know what to do and what not to do. And then they'll tell you what to do, and they'll come to you and they'll say, demonstrate blood exposure, something happened, what are you supposed to do? And you have your setup on the table. So you have your towels, you have your gloves, you have your first aid kit. You'll have everything that you need in order to show them what you're doing. Because prior to state board, they want you to have all of your bags packed. Your bag needs to be ready before you even walk in there. You do not have prep time to prep for anything else. Once you sign in and you write your name down on whatever paper or whatever roll call they have, they set you at a table, and you need to be ready with all of your stuff and all of your equipment. If you're in North Carolina, I can attach, or I probably will attach, the state board regulations, like the rules that I'm looking at throughout this video, so you know what I'm talking about when it comes to the step-by-steps and then guiding you through the process. And it has everything listed on there. It's like I want to say 30, maybe 80-page paper. Let me not lie. Hold on, let me look. I'm gonna just say 30 just to be exact. I'm not about to count all that. And then even on the pamphlet that I'm looking at, it does show you, it gives you step by step of everything that you need. It gives you like a supply list and everything. So I will definitely link it underneath this video so you'll see what I'm talking about when it comes to North Carolina. I don't know about any other state other than North Carolina. Next, I will be talking to you about the theory exam. Now, I had trouble with the theory exam because it's different than the exam that you take after graduating, or the prior to you graduating from your course. It's different. The school that I went to, I needed to have 85 on the exam or I was going to pass, right? So with the exam for the school, it was totally different when I got to the state board testing facility, right? And it was timed. I think I had maybe like an hour and 30 or so on it, maybe it was under 2 hours to take the exam. And it was like 110 questions, maybe 130, 110. It was either one of those two. And I didn't study for the first two. It took me 3 different tries to pass. On the third try, I passed it. Thank the Lord. But the first 2, I did not study. Like, I pretty much rushed it. Like, rushed to making the appointment and going to take it. And it does tell you after you fail it don't tell you the questions that you missed. It just tells you the number from each section. It tells you at the bottom of the email what you missed. It tells you the subject area, and then it also tells you the questions that you have, and then what you got, the number that you got correct and didn't get correct. So, because I'm looking at my phone now to make sure, the sections is scientific concept in skincare and services. So you'll have 55 questions for scientific concept. You'll have 55 questions. And then for the skincare service, you'll have 45 questions. When it comes to me taking the state board exam, I use the app on my phone. The app that I used was the Esthetician Exam Center. That's what I used in order to help me pass the exam. The first 2 exams, I did not study like that. I maybe used the app maybe once or twice, but the third exam, the third time I took the exam, I used it like the week prior and the week of, and then I passed the exam. So it does cost for some of the exams. I will say maybe like the first 2 are like free, and then the rest is like $4.99 or $2.99. So it just depends on which exam. I did pay for some of those exams. I did like maybe 3 or 4 that I paid for. And then some of the cheaper ones that was like $2.99, I paid for those. And I just used those throughout my studying period to just practice and practice. And then it also lets you know what you got wrong right then and there. And then anything that you did get wrong, it puts it in like another section for you to go back and review and look over and take that test again. So let's say it's 110 questions, you missed 10, they'll take those 10 and put it in that next section, what you missed, and then you just go over it again. So that was very helpful when it came to taking the exam. I will say that some of those questions were on the exam. Now, some of the questions in my textbooks weren't, but the app was. Now, it can be different from you. It just depends on your state and what you was taught. So some of the questions were on the exam that were on the app, and the app is structured like the state board exam that I took. So it wasn't really much difference there. But I did pass. And with North Carolina, for the theory exam, you have to pass with a 75 or higher. So I did that. And hold on. Yep. I did pass that exam. I'm so thankful. And as soon as I passed the exam, I applied for my state board license. Because I'm like, with all this stress that I had to go through, I'm getting this license within this week. Okay? It needs to be on its way. And then, what else? That's pretty much it when it comes to the state board exam and the theory. The packet has all of the information that you could ever need or want. And with the videos that I inputted into this YouTube video, take everything with a grain of salt. Go by what the facility or the instructors have taught you at your school, and just take the information and figure out what's best route for you. My way may not be your way. My way may not be the way that you're taught or the way that you're comfortable with. Do what you need to do in order to pass. Okay? Do what you need to do in order to pass. The goal is to come out with a passing score in order to get your what? License. Yay! So I will go ahead and finish inputting all this information, and I'll get back to you soon. I will be uploading another video about all of the updates that I have going on since the last time I posted, and a lot's going on. Like, I'm now 28. I am working on opening up my business, my own aesthetic business. I won't say the name. I'm getting all that trademarked and copywritten as we speak. I'm also working at a wax center, so I'm really excited about doing that too. You'll get more of that information on my Where Have I Been video and everything. So thank you for watching. I truly do appreciate everybody that comments, everybody that likes, everybody that shares. When I tell you it means so much to me, especially with someone that hasn't been consistent, I truly, truly, truly do appreciate it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all for that. Y'all, my girls, my guys, my friends, my peoples. I truly do appreciate y'all for that. So please be on the lookout. I will be posting soon. I am getting better with trying to be consistent when it comes to my YouTube channel and making sure I comment and respond back to everybody. So again, thank you so much, and be on the lookout for my next video. I will be, my upload days, I'm trying to make it Sundays. So any weekly vlogs, any weekend vlogs, I will try to make everything, post everything by Sunday, because my off days are Friday and Saturdays. So thank you so much again for everything. And I really do appreciate, one of my cats trying to come in the room. I really do appreciate y'all watching and staying tuned and being consistent and being present with my videos and all my shorts and everything. So again, so much love. Thank you again, and I'll see y'all soon.